Did your game crash?
Welcome everybody back to another edition of Play That. In the previous edition, we played WWE All Stars for the Xbox 360, and that game has a little bit of an origin in a TNA game called TNA iMPACT. So we're going to be taking a look at that. My name is Juan. I'm joined by Ryan and Keith. This is the PS3 version of the game, which is it's honestly not that great. Like, before we hit the record button, you guys know, like, a lot of PS3 games have install times, right?
Yeah.
It took like 40 minutes to install this damn game. Woo! This video almost didn't happen. 40 minutes is insane, right?
That's rough.
That's just kind of the era of video games nowadays. You can't just pop in a game and play it, but 40 minutes is very excessive.
Seriously, it's a real thing
roster, now. And it's like, this is a TNA game, but check out these current TNA superstars. We got AJ Styles. We got Samoa
It's like their
Joe.
high school yearbook photos where they all look bad.
Samoa Joe looks 20 years younger, right?
He really does that hair.
That hair. I like his current look better, I have to say.
Oh yeah, way better. See, we got Sting, Christian Cage, Booker T, and now you kind of get into some TNA stuff. Homicide's back, but then we get Rhino. Then we get Robert Roode.
Can you go back to Hernandez for a second?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is that like a ring of the TNA Tag Champions?
I don't think that's the TNA one. That looks
what
like,
is that like a belt buckle or something?
Yeah, it's a belt buckle.
on his hand? Is that saying like Hernandez has a big hand?
I think so. So a bunch of people are locked, including Brother Ray. We only get Brother Devon. Who do you guys want to see for this first match? Yeah, but who do you guys want to see?
Let's not see Christopher Daniels, but the Fallen Angel.
Right? It's like, I guess they couldn't call him by his real name, so it's like, the Fallen Angel.
Is it just because of the layout, like his name just doesn't fit or something?
Probably. So I'm looking at some of the unlockable characters in this game, and you have your TNA staples like Abyss, Tyson Tomko, very big TNA staple, Jeff Jarrett, Don West is unlockable in this game. He's on the higher end of things. You've got Kevin Nash, Jay Lethal, Eric Young, Brother Ray, as you mentioned, Suicide, which I'm sure we'll get into later, Senshi, and Afro Thunder. Now, Afro Thunder, I'm pretty sure, is from the Ready to Rumble games?
Yep.
All right.
Why not?
I was remembering those correctly. Why not? They went for it in this game, and you got to give them props for that.
By the way, the loading screens in this game, forever. Like, look at that. Okay, we got loading screen number 1. We're not done. We're not done before the match itself. Now we got this. Usually JB talks, but we cut off the sound and the dialogue due to copyright stuff. And now we should get yet another loading screen. So 2 loading screens before a match.
And is this the only game to feature a 6-sided ring?
I think so. Like, I know they also made games for, like, the Nintendo DS and stuff, but I couldn't tell you which ring they had, because by the time those games came out, Hulk Hogan was part of the company. Because this game, when it came out, it was already outdated, like, by a large margin, because this game kept suffering from delays and delays and delays. Now, Ryan.
So we get loading screens in between wrestlers, too?
I think we get yet another one after this right here.
Loads
and as you
for
can
days.
See, the drop frames are real. Like, this game did not run all that great on the PS3. This is actually the first time I'm playing the PS3 version, because I used to have the 361.
And is that the full entrance right there?
Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's No Mercy style. So 3 loading screens now. We're up to 3. And Ryan, you said in our All-Stars video that you had never seen this game, which is why we wanted to showcase it to you, because Keith and I had played it at some point. And right off the bat, like, I want you to tell me, does this remind you of All-Stars the moment I start playing?
I guess I'm going to find out. It is, like Keith said, it's very interesting to see this 6-sided ring. But yeah, even just seeing the reversal system right there of how it's done definitely reminds me of it.
Also, how big is this ring? Holy crap. Like,
AJ
huge. Styles is as tall as the ropes.
Yeah, I feel like this is definitely way bigger than the proportion to the wrestler than it is in real life.
Oh yeah, like
No,
I
by
went
a
to a couple of
mile.
TNA Impact tapings, and the ring was not this big. So yeah, it's very similar when it comes to the play style. Like you can run around. The controls themselves are a little bit of a pain in the ass. Like the Irish whip, like one of the simplest moves. You got to hold L1. You got to tap triangle and push back. Like you got to have it aimed to the opposite side of the ring. Let's see if I can get it right. Okay, I arm dragged him.
Close enough.
I'll get it eventually. Now, you mentioned some of the wrestlers that are locked in this game. Like, this game really had a lot of promise. Like, even graphically, you look at this game came out when? Like, this version?
This was September 9th of 2008, so
yeah.
It was ahead. Like, definitely it looked better than the SmackDown games at the time.
Oh, yeah. Like, Booker T probably looks better in this game than he does in the current games that he still comes out in.
Mm-hmm. I remember that being the big point of when it was getting released. That and just how different the gameplay was. I haven't played it in such a long time that I can't really say if it was better or it's better or worse. But just we were so used to, at that point, SmackDown was really the only thing around. So anything that felt different from it was a welcome thing.
So think about the walking and just the walking stances look a little weird to me. And I assume the impact thing is your finisher. Well,
yep.
Wait. Is this over? What? He kicked out.
And definitely that kick out meter is exactly like the All Stars one.
No, but here it's way more aggravating because you gotta mash the hell or fiddle the hell out of the thumbstick.
I remember that. I remember getting very frustrated.
Yeah, after a while I just gave up. Especially in the story mode, it goes on forever. Maybe we can take a quick look at least the beginning of it so you get a taste of it. Because you can't just unlock people right at the beginning. You got to go through the entire story mode. And even to create a wrestler, it is like All Stars where to unlock basic moves, to unlock basic accessories and all that stuff, you got to go through the story mode. So if you just want to create a person, you got to go through a lot of work.
And it's a lot of work in this story mode. I remember being very tedious. That's really the thing that broke me away from this game, where I just, like you mentioned, the kickouts were tedious, and I think I got to a point where if I just got pinned, I would just retry the match or just give up and then just try not to get pinned. And
so it was really that bad.
It's not good. It's not good. And then that just began to wear on me in the story mode, and I didn't see it through. I have no idea how the story ends.
You actually have to move the joystick to get up or something. I saw the thing that's the spinny joystick.
Oh yeah, because you can roll around, so you're not forced to get up immediately. So if you want to sort of escape a little bit, you can do that before you decide to get up. So the game did have a lot of cool features. One thing that I remember us talking about this game before it came out, it's the same way that we've said historically, we played a lot of wrestling games before we really sat down and watched wrestling. We thought that this was going to be it for TNA, right? Oh man, this is going to be it, the big break for TNA. People are going to play this game, and then they're going to get hooked on the company. But, delays after delays, the roster was very different by the time the game came out. Attires were outdated. The gameplay was very bare bones. It did not review that great. So it just had so many things going against for it that ultimately it was a game that came out. A couple of people played it. It had a couple of cool features. The wrestlers themselves did the motion capture. And the best thing that we got out of it was basically... See, we unlocked a chop. A chop. Not a pile driver, a chop.
But I do think, to your point there, I do think that this game is important in the greater scheme of things, because without this game, we wouldn't have got WWE All Stars. So It didn't really pan out for TNA, but this built the foundation to one of my favorite video game products of all time, wrestling-wise. So it's important. It deserves its place. But if you're going to play this, just go play All Stars. Unless you're super into TNA from that era. Which, I guess this is kind of, at least in my opinion, pretty close to one of the best eras in TNA. So this is when I was watching actively and enjoyed it.
So this is awkward because I shut off music and dialogue. It is just a visual happening on screen right now with no context whatsoever. So we can just speculate.
Look at Suicide do his thing. What's Suicide thinking? Oh man, look at those moves. Boom, Suicide going to town.
Man, look at that torture rack.
Right?
Uh-oh.
So this is the guy who... It was a character in the game that then became a character on the show.
Yep.
Yes. This was the debut of Suicide. And they kept him around for a very long time. Like,
dude, he's in TNA now.
I at least thought. Is he still?
Back. He's back.
Oh my
God. They changed. And yeah, I do love the context of the fact that we just cannot hear a damn word they're saying right now.
You know, LAX is probably complimenting him on what great moves he did in that montage. Like, hey, I saw your video package. That was some good stuff. And,
just yelling
he's
at
like,
him.
Whoa, calm down with the compliments. And
it's like, yo, Suicide.
They just wished him a nice day.
Cool costume, man. Why Suicide? Like, you can't sell action figures like that. Because it's called freaking Suicide.
No kidding. And I understand that, like, Jeff Jarrett was a part of TNA, but why was there just, like, a random acoustic guitar in that locker room?
Because Jeff Jarrett.
Exactly.
Okay.
You answered your own question. Yeah, I don't know why they landed on the name Suicide, considering they also just had a guy named Homicide.
Look at that clothesline.
Man, LAX really, really, really wanted to congratulate him.
Is that why they're mad at him? Because his name is, like, too similar to Homicide's?
Wait. How come we never thought of this? The greatest stable: Homicide, Suicide, and Sabu. It's perfect.
So wait,
Homicidal,
they just needed
suicidal, and genocidal.
You needed a guy named Genocide, and then the three of them, with their powers combined, create Sabu.
Right. It's like a three-way fusion dance.
I love the story.
The lights go out.
So, like, here's the whole justification for this. Like,
he basically, his religion, Maggle.
Yeah, like, basically what happened was that he got beat up so bad. This is like Mass Effect, like RPGs. He got beat up so bad. This is like Metal Gear Solid 5, where they got to reconstruct his face, and that's where you take advantage of the thing. What?
Oh, that's like the game Skate as well.
Yeah,
they do this exact
most
thing.
games do this. We gotta justify the creation of a character. Beat the hell out of him, man.
And you know, maybe I'm looking into this a little too much, but that was the TNA World Champion. That was established, right?
Yep.
You think they'd put him in a little bit better of a hospital? Like, look at that. That's probably not sanitary at all. What's the TNA health plan like here?
I think what happened was that, like, the whole story is people think he's gone. So he, like, El Generico or somebody just saved him.
All right.
He's at the orphanage.
Yeah, exactly. Proceed, I guess? Let's just make the most basic guy we can do. Whoa, that just looks like Sharpie on the face.
Ooh, yeah, it doesn't look good.
Let's put some of that. Let's give him an afro.
Because why not? You named him Dandy, didn't you?
Yeah.
So it kind of has to be like that.
Let's make him like that. For clothing, let's just give him a shirt.
No pants.
Oh my god, it's like Simon Dean. Let's give him some Simon Dean stuff. What? What, this is like Bam Bam Bigelow.
That is 100% Bam Bam
Look at
Bigelow. All right. We've got
It's like
Bam
Simon
Bam Dean.
Bigelow. Screw it, that's it. Like, our guy is done.
I'm a little disappointed you didn't make it purple, but oh well.
Can I make it purple? Let's see here. Color. Oh yeah.
There we go. That's the good
What about
stuff.
the flames? Can you change the flame color?
No, it's just a pattern. See, like, you basically
What about the
only
shoes,
have...
man? You at least gotta have the shoes match.
Fine, let's make the shoes match.
Or, yeah, at least make them black.
I
Does
never
it come in
realized
black?
this. I never really put this together, that for the story mode, they want you to create a dude and, like, make a moveset, but you don't unlock moves until, like, playing the story mode. So you're supposed to go in with the most, like, basic,
Can you
generic
change your
moveset.
moveset as you go on, though?
Yeah, you can. But
Okay.
basically at the beginning, I don't even get why they gave you options. Like as you saw, I unlocked the patented chop in single player mode in exhibition. So you can unlock some stuff. But what sucks is that everything takes forever in this game.
Yeah. Jesus.
It should not take this long to generate a created player. That was on screen already.
Yeah.
Like, are they pre-rendering all the cutscenes with him in it right now?
Now, here's a big question, because I just said earlier that, if this game had fared well, who knows what it could have done for TNA? Like, do you really think, especially in today's world and, and even when this came out, if this was like a 5-star wrestling game, considering the roster, because it's not that you just had TNA guys, you had Sting, you had Kurt Angle, you had AJ Styles, who was a TNA guy, but at least a couple of people maybe recognized. Do you think this could have done something big for the company in terms of exposure?
Honestly, exposure-wise, yes. Would this have done something great for TNA, like, as a whole? Probably not. Because back then, TNA's biggest problem was that it would get momentum, and it would do great things, and then just shoot itself right in the foot. And it happened over and over again. So I don't think this would be any different.
Did your game crash?
My game just crashed, Michael.
Oh, yay!
Oh my God, this is amazing.
That is a hard crash.
I don't even know if it's still recording. I mean, it's telling me it's still recording.
All right.
But I'm a little paranoid, so we're going to go back in.
What's your background there?
That is from
XMB.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Nice.
So, hey, I mean, we're out of here. Might as well take a look. Like, I do have other games like Crash Bandicoot Warped.
Yeah.
This is
Crash
live,
with
folks.
Crash.
This is happening right now. I got Super Puzzle Fighter. I got Super Street Fighter, man. See, I got a couple of games. Like, I guess is this
all right? Back to Impact.
Is this some kind of indirect way of us asking those watching? Would you like to see us play a couple of non-wrestling games here for Play That? Because it's the three of us, and we just really want to have a good time whenever we record these videos. So if you guys are into any non-wrestling stuff, definitely recommend like a genre or something. What the hell, man? Dude, if the character didn't save, I'm just going to do another exhibition match.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
I think we should just go with an exhibition match, period. We saw the premise of the story mode. It's kind of a lot of that. If I remember correctly, it's very similar to Day of Reckoning's story mode, where you're like slowly working your way up the company, and then you get your revenge on LAX and end up winning the title at the end, blah, 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 blah. But I'm looking at the match types here, and there is one thing that sticks out to me, and that's that they had the Ultimate X match in this game. We should show that off.
That's true, because that's definitely a unique thing. And kind of what you were saying earlier about if this game was like really good, would it have helped like TNA itself? The thing is, they just had a really tall order to accomplish in one game. They had to make their first wrestling game, basically for it to really catch on and like have a strong like word of mouth to really become something. It would have had to do something a lot better than the WWE games. And the truth is, it doesn't look like it did any particular thing better than any WWE game.
And what really comes down to is that you can make a game look as pretty as you want, and the moves can look as fluid as you want, because a lot of them look better than most of the game's moves that come out to this day, right? But it's all about the gameplay. Like, how does that conclude into a game where you want to come back time and time again, play online, play, all sorts of different ways. And it didn't have that. And if anything, you almost got punished in a way for wanting to just do regular moves, because these guys didn't sell anything. They just kept getting up and getting up and getting up. And I know that we've talked about in the past that we like arcade style games, but it's still a wrestling game. And I think All-Star perfected this aspect where it's like, if you want a fighting game with a wrestling skin, you get All-Stars. But I don't think this game excelled as either a fighting game or a wrestling game. So you ended up having like none of the best of anything, really. It just, on paper, it looked great. Physically or virtually speaking, it looked great. But that's about where it ended, really.
Yeah,
Good proof of concept.
the fact that TNA even got this game on the shelves is pretty remarkable in and of itself, given all, like, I mean, this came out during, like, really the height of TNA, I would say. Like, that was from basically, like, what, 2006 to, what, 2010 was kind of their golden period?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before the dark times.
Yeah.
And you used to watch around this point, right? Like, at least a little bit of TNA?
Yeah, around.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I used to watch Impact regularly. Probably when they basically started on Fox Sports until, like, I don't know, maybe 2008.
Net. Wow.
Yeah, I would watch the 1 hour TNA Impacts on Fox Sports Net, and then I followed them for several years on Spike TV.
Yeah, there was a time where TNA was my favorite wrestling show. That was when, like, Monday Night Raw was really in a slouch and WWE wasn't doing anything interesting, and TNA was where it was at, especially with the around the time of the whole Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles trifecta of perfection, where they were just having some of the greatest matches ever. You had the cool moves, like you had Petey Williams with the Canadian Destroyer. It was so unique and new when the WWE was just kind of going to the same old well. Jesus, Joe. But
I don't think
yeah.
measuring distances, not a strong point in Samoa Joe.
Look how much space they have between the ring and
Yeah.
the crowd.
I
Like,
know.
that does not exist in the Impact Zone, at least at this time.
It just
So how
seems
do you
like
climb
you
up?
could fit more seats in here. That's bad business.
Ow! My ass. Ow! Hey, unprotected chair shot to the head, man.
So how does this work? Is this just similar to a ladder match in that, like, as far as mechanics and, like, climbing the rope and stuff?
I
You
think
get
so.
to the X and then button mash.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Ah,
How easy is
how
it
do I
for
get
him
up?
to get that?
How do I climb?
Can't you just pull... Can you not pull him down from there?
No, he's grabbing it. So, how do I get up there? Joe, give me a second, man. Give me a second, bro.
When he goes down, you can probably grab him.
Oh...
Almost. Wait.
So this is it gives you a mini game like the Royal Rumble kind of elimination thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Juan. You're
What's he
lucky
doing,
he's
though?
horrible.
What's he doing? Like, Daniels is just dancing. It's like he knows what he
Okay.
needs.
Get off that turnbuckle. When Joe goes down, you can probably grab his feet.
Oh, there we go. The problem is I still don't know how to actually get up there.
Maybe it wouldn't let you because Joe was already up there.
I
That'd be my
would
guess.
assume they will let me, man.
Don't.
Try and do it
You
now.
might be giving it too much credit.
See, Daniels is thinking about it, and then he's like, nope.
Yeah, no,
Not
I
his
don't want to
Just
climb
like,
that X.
I'm going to climb this turnbuckle and do a little dance.
Make a
Man,
little
the ultimate X match. Remember how much in like real life of a nightmare that match was, where
The X would fall down.
the X would fall. They had to stop the same match like 3 times on a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Good times.
The patented AJ selling of the dropkick from Chris Sabin, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they showed that a million times.
Yeah.
It was that and the Elix skipper like walk the top of the cage Hurricane Rana in every single video package.
Real talk, I just want to climb this damn thing. Ah, my balls. Joe, can you at least grab it?
I was looking up some information on this game, and one thing that really stood out to me was so the WWE games get a lot of shit these days for DLC packs, and like, oh, they're not that remarkable and nothing special. But so one piece of DLC for this game came out, and luckily it was only $1. But man, what a brutal roster of characters you got there. The only DLC was a pack of Petey Williams, which is not bad, Curryman, and Mike Tenay.
And
They wanted you to pay money for that trifecta.
You know what? For $1, that's actually that's decent.
For Petey Williams, yes.
For Petey Williams, hey, even Curryman, I think is
Mike
cool.
Tenay.
And judging by
Mike
the
Tenay.
judging by the picture,
They should pay you to use Mike Tenay.
yeah, and judging by the picture, it was like Scott Steiner era Petey Williams, like when he became Steiner Jr.
Maple Leaf Muscle.
Yeah, Maple Leaf Muscle, that's it.
Oh my God, that's such a lame name.
That's kind of TNA though. It's a very TNA thing.
Well, just like Main Event Mafia, I think is one of the dumbest freaking.
You love the theme song though,
and one of the best themes of all time. Ding 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 ding.
Bow 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 bow.
Man,
I don't think this is gonna end.
Yeah, if you want to talk about TNA fumbles, let's talk the Main Event Mafia. How Sting was doing some of the best work of his life in during the Main Event Mafia, and just everything else around it was so bad.
Yeah. Main Event Mafia had a lot of good stuff going for it, like for all the jokes that people were making.
Sting. It had Sting doing amazing things, and then everything else. You had Scott Steiner being Scott Steiner.
I'll at least hit the Angel's Wings.
All right.
There.
Angel Wings?
Ultimate X, fall down. Fall down, because I don't know.
BME? Can you do the BME?
Oh, this is awesome. So get this, because it auto-pins, and this is a non-pin match, he just gets up automatically after my finishing.
Yeah.
Great. That's a good video game right there.
Oh, yeah, it's excellent. I'm going to try this one more time. Otherwise, I think this is going to be the next WWE Raw for Super Nintendo, where it just never ends.
You can't, in classic Play That fashion, one can't end a match.
Yeah. Some say that the X is still hanging there to this day.
Do you know the button? Do you know the actual freaking button? Oh.
Joe, leave the ring, Joe. Leave the ring. What do I need to... Daniel, stop trying to turn around and just grab... Joe.
Do you know the button?
No, I don't know, man.
All right, I'm on Game Facts. Let's see if I can find the controls for you.
I want to see if I can get Joe to climb it. Okay, he's climbing.
That's the only way you can end the match is have Joe win.
No, it's just so I have a chance to actually try and grab it myself. Like, Joe can't even win the damn match.
At least he knows how to climb it.
I'm hitting every button that's not a strike button.
Let's see how long this takes Joe.
Controls. We're doing this. Ultimate X. Wait.
Wait, I saw climb, I think.
Yeah.
Climb to apron.
Go back to Ultimate X.
Wait. Ah! Ah! I did it! Damn you, Joe!
And he's gonna I bet he's gonna grab it.
Oh!
Snap!
AJ Styles sold it.
No! No, okay. How do I fight Joe? No! I'm gonna get you, Joe.
Pretty well done. I gotta say, they definitely put a good amount of effort into Ultimate X.
Yeah.
This is personal now. Okay.
We have the tools. We can win this. Eye of the Tiger, baby. Eye of the Tiger.
So what was the button?
It's L1 and then circle.
Get him.
You can do it.
Yes!
I believe.
Come on. Come on. Ah! What are you doing, Daniels? What are you doing? Uh-huh. No! What are you doing? Why are you turning around, man?
Oh my god.
Get him!
What a mess.
No! Ah! This is personal. No! Wait, what the hell? The bell rang before he even grabbed the damn thing. That's bullcrap.
They knew. It's like, oh, Joe's got this.
But we got a concluding match. I'm happy.
It's a win in itself.
So, Ryan.
That was something.
Your thoughts. TNA Impact, the video game.
As I said earlier, I don't think it did enough things special to be this amazing game, but you know what? The Ultimate X match actually did impress me, so I assume once you get the controls down, it actually looks pretty damn fun.
Yes, minus the pinfalls, but while I can't recommend Impact on its own, like I mentioned earlier, it gave us All Stars, so
true.
I give it props for that, for being the foundation for a great wrestling video game. But it's worth a look if, especially when there's a lot of things that this game did wrong. Not everything. Like there are some like redeeming things, but it's good to see some of the unfortunate design decisions that they made with this game, and it helps you appreciate some of the things that the early SmackDown games and SmackDown games around this time did right. So it's worth a look for academic reasons. Beyond that, hard to recommend.
Yeah, you guys have basically said everything that needs to be said, where it's a game that showcased potential that we later on got to see with All Stars and technically WWE champions from a graphical standpoint and other stuff, but it just sucks that it never did enough to justify itself as a competitor, not just to WWE, but in the realm of wrestling games with games like Fire Pro and SmackDown. This just did not do enough. So, gang, if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, share, spread the love, tell everybody about what we are up to, and with the little mishap that happened earlier, if there are any non-wrestling games you would like us to play, just to check out here on the channel, it's about community building. It's about having a really good time. Definitely drop a suggestion. If you like everything that we do, you want to take it one step further, you want to support us directly to create a better podcast, to create a better channel, a better Byte Club, all you got to do is head on over to patreon.com/ByteThat for as little as $1 a month. You get, here are just some of the things you get for just the $1. Just the $1 a month. You get access to a raw, uncut video version of the podcast, plus a Patreon exclusive pre-show. You get exclusive behind-the-scenes updates about everything that we're doing. You get access to polls to help us decide future content. Your name goes to our website at bytethat.com/supporters.
Just this, $1 Canadian, or as we call it, the loony. You could get all of that for a loony.
For one loony, you can make us a little toonie. Wow. Okay.
All right.
We're done. So thank you for watching, and we'll be back with a lot more right here on Byte That.